Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more FM22. This is the end of the season, our 26/27 season. Is that the 6th season? Yeah, it must be. So we had one more game to play in the season. It was away against Victoria Pilsen. We did manage to win it with 2 goals from Tran, one from Milan, and also one from Pasalik. So good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that we also won the last one. And that did bring us all the way up to 84 points, which is 9 points more than last season. But we are still only second. Well, that's how it goes, right? It was a pretty damn good season. And now we're getting into the review of it. There it is. The end of season review picture or image or whatever. Let's get into it. Let's check a look at the new arrivals and see how well they did. Well, there's one guy standing out compared to the other ones. Actually, no, that's actually a couple. There is actually quite a few of them. But I would definitely say that Jurai Milan has been fantastic. 7.46 average rating, absolutely fantastic. Benavides as well, absolutely fantastic signing that one as well. 16 games, 5 goals, 4 assists, 7.33. Hauk, that was worth it. Let's just say that. As we will also see in the statistics, he was definitely worth it. Bernard, also a really good first season for us. Only 60k, right? Only 60k, and he gave us a 7.18, 10 goals from 30, and he's playing as a central midfielder. Absolutely fantastic season for him as well. Andrade, yeah, he did, for these money, he did really well for us. We actually had 2 players coming in from Salzburg. The second one not playing too much, but when he did play, I guess he was okay. I mean, yeah, he is costing a lot. He's a high-risk kind of signing we did. Same with Victor Hans. Nope, that's not Victor Hans. 52k, very, very good signing, actually. Very happy with his performance, the youngster there. So, yeah, that's... what about Brugner? Well, he did what I hoped he would do, right? He was just getting in, making sure that we had enough depth in those wing-back areas, and he's gonna be here next season as well, but he only has, you know, 1 more year on his contract. I don't expect to sign him again, to be honest. I don't think we're gonna get him on a new contract, but we'll see. Breidenberger, I think for... What did I sign this guy for? I think it was free. Yeah, he must have been free. So he was pretty much on the bench for a lot of the season. And I think he did well. I think he came in on the central midfield role quite a lot, both as a deep line playmaker and on the attack role on the central midfielder. He did quite well. I'm pretty happy with him as well. Dario Santos, a little bit of... I wouldn't say he's disappointing, but he needs some more time before we can tell if he's gonna be, you know, a mistake or not. Then we got probably the mistake of the season, which is Christensen. 850k for this guy. Way too much compared to what I got for a player. I mean, he's 28 as well. It was a mistake. Absolutely a big mistake using that much money on him. If he had cost like 300 maybe, that would maybe have been ideal, but 850, way too much, and he didn't really do too well either. So yeah, that's the mistake, right? And if we look quickly through here, it seems like, oh, they actually didn't like that signing, probably because of his high wages. Hans, an A, yeah. B-, B+, B-, C+. Why is C+ on Kjetil Haug? He's been absolutely fantastic. B- and A+. Yeah, absolutely Milan A+, yeah. So, yeah, that was the new arrivals, and they have done really well. What about the transfers out? How? Wesley, he's been doing really well out there. Wow, 7.28. Well, maybe he should just never have left Brazil, but then we would never have gotten our 2 million, right? Zero Grosso seems to be doing well. Brag in Brazil as well. Ibrahim Traoré is actually playing for Sparta Prague. Wow. Didn't think that would happen. Okay. So yeah, it seems like most of our out are also doing well for themselves. Except from Dera. I guess he didn't find a new club. He wanted too much in wages. That's pretty much it. But Dakar as well not doing too well. Solil not doing too well over in Slovan Bratislava. Budinsky, Könighaus. Okay, I thought Könighaus would... I guess that's average for a club like... Actually, Jablonec was pretty... They were in top 5, wasn't they? So they should probably have gotten a little bit better. Finson doing quite well, but average probably for the MLS. Kubala. Alright, I think that's about enough here for the outs and the ends of the season. Let's move on to the season result. Reach semi-final. Yeah, B+ from the board in terms of where we ended there in the Czechish FA Cup. It should have been an A+. We won it again. Come on, mate. Slovakian Super Cup or Czech-Slovakian Super Cup C+. Okay, we won 6-0. I mean, what else do you expect from me? Euro Cup B-. Yeah, another season where we got knocked out in the second round. Decent. European competition or European Champions Cup, we got that 3rd place, B-. Yeah, pretty much. I think it was a really, really solid result for us. We won against Hertha Berlin, got 2 draws as well. That is pretty much as good as it gets in a group like this, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. And the Czech First Division, C+. Really? I mean, it's saying 69 points here, but that was just before the split. After the split, we got more points, right? So, yeah, I would say we have too many losses here. We have Slavia Prague loss. We have a loss against Ústí nad Labem. We have a loss against Sparta Prague. That's too many losses and way too many draws. We need to make sure that not happens next season, but I think it's hard to do that. At least 2 draws and 2 losses. I think that is what we are aiming for. Maximum 2 losses and 2 draws. That is what our aim should be, because that is also what Sparta Prague have here. So that is my goal in the next season. Is it gonna happen? Probably not, but whatever. Moments to remember. Biggest win, 6-0 against Selina, fair enough. Match to remember, 3-1 against Jablonec. I guess that's a good result because Jablonec was looking really, really solid in the top 5. And goal of the season, who cares? It was who? Pasalic, fair enough. I don't really care about them. I don't know, maybe I should care about them, but I don't. Finances going up, yep. Bernard actually selling most of the shirts here. Interesting. I did not see that one coming. But okay, yeah, he's probably a big name. Well, that's good. Our finances look solid. How you lined up looks pretty much true to it. Yeah, that's Hans is in there. Okay, Bernard. Yeah, so no room for Templeman or... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's pretty solid, right? It's pretty much our best 11 or close to, maybe, except from Victor Hans. Yeah. Alright, that's pretty cool. The accolades. Now, that's the fun part. Player of the season. Hauerstock. Huh. Didn't he get it last season as well? I think he did. We also got Manager of the Year. There we go. There we go. And month... what is this? Oh, Manager of the Month. Oh, we got it 2 times this time. Last time we only got it once. So, okay. Good. Very good. Yeah, but Hauerstock winning that one. Young Player of the Season, Milan. Yeah, easily. Hauk, signing of the season. Yeah, I agree with that one. But Milan could also be that one, but whatever. Pasalic, goal of the season. Top goal scorer, Ugbo with 15 goals. So he was actually our top goal scorer this season, Ugbo. Pasalic, most assists, 14. Even with his very long injury, or double injuries, he still made the most assists. He's just a fantastic creator for us. Most player of the match award, even Pasalic being out for that long as well, 6. Of course, that went down this season because he had those injuries, but whatever. Highest average rating, Pasalic 7.6. Lesic is the one having the most passes completed this time around, not Aikidi. Fair enough. And over here we have record breakers. Hauk, 22 clean sheets. Yeah, I think that's 4 or 5 more than Mikulik last season. Ugwu, most league goal scored by... Oh yeah, he's continuing his run here. 62 now. Nice. Highest transfer fee paid. Benavides for 1.37 million. I think he's gonna be worth it. He is a wonder kid, isn't he? Highest transfer fee received. Wesley 2 million. Yeah. Fastest goal. Ah, Bernard got a fastest goal. 20 seconds. Yeah, that's lovely. Competition awards. Oh, so we can actually see that here. Ah, that's nice. So I don't really need to mention them. during the season then. That's nice. So Czechish Division Foreign Player of the Season, Pasalik. There we go. Love to see it. And the Czechish First Division Young Player of the Year, Enrique. There we go. Czechish Young Player of the Season, or the year. Oh, not the season, but the year. Okay, so this is the year basis, not the season basis. So we have also the season base competition awards. But that's not gonna be arriving before in the middle of the preseason. So those I will make sure I mention. If we win any of them, I will mention them in the next episode. So yeah, Tran won the Player of the Year. Well, as a youngster, right? The young Player of the Year. Czechish young player. Lovely. Okay. History in the making. Bohemians looked a class above the core... What? Bohemians looked a class above in the core months right at the heart of the season. Right, yeah, true. We didn't have a good first part of the season, but otherwise pretty damn good. FA Cup and Slovakian Super Cup, Czechoslovakian Super Cup. Bohemians were really motored clear of their rivals in the middle of the season. Lovely, finish it. There we go, done and dusted. It is time for statistics. Oh yes, I actually really love coming in here at the end of the season doing this. This is a really good way to do it, I think. And probably off recording, when I'm not recording and I'm finished with all this, we have looked at all this, I'll probably go through each player as well. You know, each individual player and finding out if I can maybe tweak the tactic a little bit or the instruction for each player. But right now, we're just looking at the teams and the player. You know, yeah, we are looking at both things, right? But this is not personalized. It's just more an idea of how well they are doing compared to each other and all that kind of things. But let's get to it. So the XG table here. Let's see how we did this season. I don't remember where we were last season in terms of, but we have plus 13 XG points, expected points. We really did better than we should have done, right? We did really a lot better than what we should have. So did Sparta Prague, it seems. Because they only have an expected points position of third. And ours is second, and Slavia Prague is third. So they even did quite well, Slavia Prague. It's just Sparta Prague just destroyed it, man. They just completely destroyed it. So it's quite crazy to see that we overperformed quite a lot. But Sparta completely overperformed this season. So that's interesting to see if that's going to be a trend next season as well. I think it is. I think Sparta Prague is that good. So we need to be as good as well. That's going to be tough. Possession gained. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it's... in the midfield, right? In the midfield. That's where we are gaining the possession a whole lot. Alright, cool. Possession lost, usually in the final third. Yeah, the final third. If you combine these two, that is where we are losing it the most. So that's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Yeah, not bad. It would be bad if we had a higher number, above 20 here. That would be pretty bad. But we do play with a bit of a risk. Some of our players, the deep line playmaker and fullbacks and stuff like that, do take more risk on, and that will open up some possibilities where we're gonna lose it down here. But we don't concede that many goals, so it should be alright. Defensive actions, yeah, quite a few in the midfield here, and funny that we have less here than here, but alright. I guess a lot of times they're getting it out, crossing it in, and then we're dealing with it. So that's probably why we see it like that. Passes attempted, yeah, a lot in the midfield, a lot with our halfback and our deep line playmaker, fullbacks, or wingbacks actually. So that makes sense. Movement, okay. Lots of dribbles, reliable in possession. So we are less reliable this season, probably because we're playing a higher tempo. But way more dribbles. Alright. I'm okay with this. It's okay. When you think about it, when we know that we have a higher tempo this season. Because last season we were like over here, but we have a higher tempo, so we are not as reliable in possession. Alright. Possession. Frequently wins the ball, reliable in possession, so we are definitely in the good spot here. Yeah, with Slavia Prague. Pretty solid. Yeah, like it, I like that. Scoring? Ah, yes. Way better this season, way better. Slavia Prague is they were up here last season, right? They were way up here in the text. This season, we're just behind Sparta Prague in high scoring, high quality shooting. So that's also pretty damn good. Alrighty. Shooting. Oh god. Aggressive shooting, low quality shooting. Yeah, we moved in the wrong direction, didn't we? We are still wasteful. We're still wasteful. I don't think I can do a whole lot about that, actually. Anyway, moving on to goalkeeping. Yeah, that's where we want to be. That's really, really good. That is rock solid. Absolutely fantastic with our goalkeeping, which we will also see when we move into the players. Crossing, yeah, same as last season. Pretty much up there as the best team. Really solid. Love it. Lots of crosses. Very accurate crossing. That is good. And one of the reasons why we are this far up is because we have wide target men. Or very, very tall inside forwards. Many of them are. And that's one of the reasons because, or generally speaking, we just have a lot of tall guys and a lot of good jumping reacher. We're probably the tallest squad in the league or thereabout. Number 1 or 2 in the league. And that's one of the reasons why our crosses are this good. Along with, of course, having good crosses and having good technique on our guys. So that's pretty solid. Defensive efficiency, quiet defense, impenetrable defense. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Alright. Goal output. High quality shooting, strong defending. Expected goals against per game. It's very low. Only Slavia Prague is lower than us. Wow. Yeah, but I expected. That's only the expected. When you then see what we actually conceded, that's below this number. At least I think so. High quality shooting, strong defending. Yeah. So what expected goals per game? Yeah, we are really high on the expected goals per game as well. On point with Sparta and Slavia, about 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like to see that. Where are we? Goal output aerially. Okay. Pretty good headers. Lots of headers, strong headers. Yeah, that's we were a little bit further up last season for some reason, but yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Winning a lot of our headers, and I don't know what does that mean by strong headers. Oh, that's the percentage here, headers 1 radio, and this one is, of course, lots of headers. Yeah, so that's pretty good as well. I mean, pretty much all of this is pretty good. Passing, lots of passes, accurate passing. I'm actually surprised we're that far up. I mean, our pass completion is still above 89% or between 89 and 90 with higher tempo. That's not too bad. That's really good as well. Tackling. Okay, still in lots of tackling, strong tackling. That's good, but we are moving in the wrong direction here in terms of going over to poor tackling. Don't want to go over there. We want to stay in this one. Need to remember that if I'm, getting any players that is defending players. Definitely have more players, the forward-thinking players. Definitely I have more of those now that are less good in the tackling department. And that's probably what we're seeing here, moving in that direction. That's not too great, but we need to be careful about that one. General performance. Okay, so conceded per game. That's the big one. 0.60. Wowzer. That is brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. Okay, and goals per game, 2.17. That's also fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We are on point with that. Now, shots on target radio is 44.94. That could be better, for sure. That's pretty much average. Pass completion is alright with the way we are playing. Tackles 1 is also kind of okay. Shots per game, lots of shots. I can't really change this because we are already working the ball into the box. It's like I can't really do anything about it, except from just getting better finishers in there. But we're not really doing that. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of guys in this season. Team attacking. Yeah, shots on target. That's the only worry, right? It's basically the only worry. Cross completion is really good. Fouls against is pretty good, so we are getting a lot of fouls, getting a lot of corners, getting a lot of free kicks and stuff like that. Red cards to the other teams and stuff like that as well. Pass completion radio, yeah, like we saw before. That's all good. Team defending, the last one here. Tackles attempted is pretty high. Tackles 1 is pretty average. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something we need to worry a little bit about when we're signing new players. And also selling players. If we're selling anyone that has really good tackles, you know, completion, that is bringing this even further down. And that is the main way we are winning the ball back and having possession, right? That is the tackles, or one of the main reasons why we have so much possession. Interceptions, blocks, clearances, and fouls made per game is all... Well, these are low and this is average. Okay, I'm okay with that. Right, that was the least interesting part. I think the player one here is way more interesting to look at. Goalkeeping. Oh yes, let's just go in here first. So let's take a look. Fewer saves, but saves most shots. Right? He's pretty much top of the league when it comes to save shots. His save percentage is 85 or something like that. 84, 85. That is top of the league. He's the one saving the, you know, with the highest percentage. That is brilliant. He doesn't have a lot to do, but when he does, he's saving them. That is brilliant. Now take a look at this one. He's the, I don't know if there is someone behind his name, but... Right, again. Expected goals preserved. Prevented, not preserved. Prevented. 7. No, 9. Is that 9? I think it's 9. I think he's on the 9 line. Just remember where he was last season, Mikolic. He was down here, between 6 and 9. He was way down here. He was right here. And his percentage was also down here. He was in this area. That is what Hauk have done for us. He is bringing us 10 to 15 extra points. And 9 extra or less conceded goals. Actually more than that, because he was down here, so it's even more. It's like 20 goals difference. It's quite a big deal. It's quite a big deal. That was very, very important to get Hauk in. Absolutely fantastic goalkeeping. Lots of passes, accurate passing. Not as important, but of course it's good that he's up in this area. Mikolic was also up in this area to make it fair, but yeah, that's good to see. So Hauk, I wouldn't say he's the best signing of the season. It was just a very important signing to do because we needed a better goalkeeper to make those extra few saves that we needed to bring the points. I don't know, how many points extra did we actually get? If we just go out here quickly, how many? We had 75 last, so it's 9 points more. We have 9 points more than last season. That is, I think it's mainly to do with Hauk. Those 9 points, I'm gonna give him. Yeah. Defenders, okay. Crossing, so that is the wingbacks mainly we're looking at here. Carlos Enrique has been better, okay. Accurate crossing, lots of crosses. He's been pretty good, Carlos Enrique, in that department. Almost making 10 per game. That's nice. And most of them are having around 30% in accuracy. Cross completion, 30%. That's pretty solid. Yeah, he's doing quite well for himself. Andrade, same deal. A bit less, but around the same percentage, so that's pretty good. Seaman, I am telling him to not cross too often, and we definitely don't want him to do that because he got like 5 in crossing. So Brugner, yeah, he's a little bit worse than the other two, so you can easily see who our 2 main guys is in there. That's who's that behind him? That is Braut. He's actually way over here. So he's actually even higher in cross completion, Braut, but he hasn't played a lot, so it's hard to tell by his numbers because he only played like 2 or 3 games, where the others have played like 20 or above. So yeah, it's that's looking okay. I'm okay with that. Movement. Okay, so this is lots of dribbles, reliable in possession. So they are doing a lot of dribbles, and that is making sure that they are losing the ball quite a bit, right? We could bring this around and tell them not to dribble too much and let the inside forwards do the dribbles instead. That is something I read from this, that maybe we shouldn't let these guys dribble too often, but that is kind of built into the wing-back play. So if we were to change that, we would need to change the roles that they are playing, right? Yeah, I don't know about that. That's something I need to think about quite a lot, actually. That's definitely something we need to think about. But interesting to see that. I think it was the same last season. Tackling. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay. Yeah, obviously the central defenders are down here. And again, Carlos Enrique, not the best tackler, but he has lots of tackles, or at least a good amount of them, 3.5 or something like that. Brückner seems to be doing fine on that. Braut as well. So these two guys, not too good, but then again, they're also playing a lot more, so maybe the picture would be a little bit different if Brückner, Seaman, and Braut had played a little bit more. Maybe they would be over here as well. But again, our tackles are, they're okay, because they are doing a lot of tackles. So these guys are tackling the most of all in our team. So you have to, you can also see compared to every other defender, we're doing a lot of tackles, right? So it makes sense that they do have. I think it's okay. I think it's acceptable. That's about it. That's tackles. Aerial. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one. Right. Okay. Seaman is pretty good in the air for a fullback. Ragestoff, yeah. Ooh, he's pretty low here. Forstmeister, he's on the wrong side of the line. Sikovic is over here. Oh, that's not good. I don't care about my fullbacks here. That's expected from Carlos Enrique and Brückner. Actually, Brückner is really low compared to Carlos Enrique. Carlos Enrique should be the lowest here, but Andrade is looking okay. The only reason he doesn't have more of these is because he's not playing very often as a central defender, more as a fullback, wingback or fullback. So that makes sense. But I'm surprised about Seaman being up there. That's pretty cool. But otherwise, very solid by Horak, very solid by Halvorstad. I guess it's acceptable by Hans-Jürgen Forstmeier. Not acceptable by Sikovic. That's not an area you want to be in as a central defender. That's something to think about, actually. That is something to think about. Okay. Alright, cool. Possession defenders. Alright. Wow, Seaman. He's losing possession, so we definitely don't want him. I think he also have that in don't take risk, because he's definitely losing the ball quite a lot. Maybe also because he's dribbling and he can't really dribble. So again, he's a player that we need to be concerned about when he is on the ball. He's a better defender than he is a ball carrier and someone passing the ball. So that's something to worry about him. Halvorstad is very, very solid. Horak is pretty solid, it seems. Sikovic is pretty solid. All the central defenders are fine. These guys down here is definitely something to Carlos Enrique. Again, something we need to worry about. They're losing the ball quite a bit. Again, the dribbling, them being on the ball quite a bit. We probably need to think about that with the tactic and how we're setting up the fullbacks and wingbacks, because it's hurting us a little bit. We can let other, like the inside forwards and midfielders, dribble a bit more than these guys, because they're not good enough to do it, or most of them are not good enough to do it, right? So, alright, that's what I'm reading from this. Passing. Lots of passes, accurate passes. Horak, Sikovic, and again, the central defenders, no worries there. These guys, some of them are taking bigger risk, like, I believe, someone like, where is he? I don't even see him. Oh, he's in there somewhere. Andrade, yeah. He's okay, they got fewer passes as well, but they are inaccurate. Definitely something we need to look at. Okay. Yeah. So right now, I'm worried about our fullback and wingback area. We need to make sure that they are not taking too big risks, right? That's what we're looking at here. Midfielders. Okay, so what is this? This is passing. Lesic and Aikidi up there again, of course. Stravik. Ooh. That is not a place you want to be. Same with Breitenberger. Not a place you want to be. Unless, that's the thing, unless they are creating a lot of chances. So we need to remember that. Okay, Victor Hans is definitely a lot more. Yeah, but these guys are also the ones that are going to take our chances, right? So we need to figure out who of these guys. I'm not going to judge Stravik too hard here, because he hasn't played a lot of games. But the rest of them have played enough to make the statistics worth mentioning here and more true. So Weidenberger, he is in the worry zone. So is Benavides, but I know that Benavides have created a lot of chances, so he's probably not to blame, because 83% is pretty low. 81 is even worse. But here's the thing: if they're creating a lot of chances, then I don't care about that, because they're gonna take a lot of chances, and if they do that, they will lose possession quite. They will have a lower pass completion. So it depends on how many good clear-cut chances they create and stuff like that. Defending midfielders. What? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, this one is actually not important because we don't do a lot of clearances except from our halfbacks. And even then, it's blocks per 90, clearances per 90. Okay, so they're just doing more clearances, and he's doing more blocks up here. Stravik, I don't know why, but he's played like 4 or 5 games, so it's very inaccurate, this statistic about him. Not a very important one to look at for me right now. Possession, now that's another one that's probably interesting. Possession loss per 90 and possession won per 90. Okay, Aikidi is up there winning it and very, very reliable in possession. Templeman is frequently winning it, but also frequently losing it, but not too far gone. Benavides, Weidenberger, this guy might be someone we don't want to play in the midfield going forward unless he's creating a lot of chances for us or scoring a lot of goals. Bernard is also down here. Ooh, okay. Victor Hans, also someone to look at. Lessig is over there, okay. Yeah, but again, it depends on how many chances they create and stuff like that. Key passes as well. Alright. Then we have shooting. Now that is an interesting one. Yeah, Bernard is up there. And Benavides. The two that I would expect to be up there, right? With aggressive shooting and high quality as well. They are doing exactly what I could hope they would do. Being just above the line on 0.10 expected goals per shot. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for a midfielder. It's not too bad. Shots on target per 90 minutes. Yeah, they're about one shot one shot on target per 90. Sure. I'm fairly happy with that. As you can see, they're some of the best midfielders when it comes to scoring goals in our league. And that's what we were looking for last. When we looked at this last season, I was saying we probably need some midfielders that can actually go up and score some goals, and they did. We got them. We got the midfielders that we needed, so that's pretty good. And I'm pretty happy with that. Victor Hans, definitely not one of them. But that's the two midfielders that needs to be on the attacking midfielder not the attacking midfielder, but on central midfield, but with the attacking role on them. That's the two guys we want to go in there, taking more shots as well. That's good. Tackling midfielders, okay. So none of them is in the quality zone here. Again, tackling is a little bit of a struggle for us. And all of these guys are being told, or most of these guys are being told to tackle harder and mark tighter, right? Breidenberger is definitely down where we don't want him to tackle. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna go over each of these guys individually after this episode and taking a more in-depth look at them and changing the roles. I'm just getting and also showing you guys a more, get a feeling about how the overall team is also handling what we're doing tactically. Scoring midfielders, yeah, they are up there. Expected goals per 90, 0.26 or 27 or something like that. And they have goals per 90, 0.40. They're doing really well, those two guys. Absolutely fantastic. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see that. That's the midfielders. I'm pretty happy about that. Again, there is a concern about the tackling. There is a concern about accurate passing on some of them, but overall pretty damn good. Crossing forwards. Okay. Well, of course Pasalic is up there, right? Milan, he's looking rock solid, right? He's 19. Lots of crosses, accurate crossing for Milan. Solid. Santos also looking okay. He hasn't played a whole lot, but at least he looks like he's decent on that. He got the cross completion, and he do get a good amount of crosses in as well. And the rest, don't care too much about that. Actually, Christiansen is down here, isn't he? Christensen. Yeah, he's down here. That's not good. Yeah, he's a worry. Who's that? Siska. Yeah, but they don't really. Ukwu. Yeah, I knew he would be down here. He's not really crossing a whole lot. Okay, fair enough. Assisting. Now that should also be Pasalic, Santos, and Milan. I mean, yeah, well, that's pretty damn good. See, they are both. All of these guys, Milan and Pasalic, they are both creating goals for themselves. And they are also creating goals for others. They are scoring goals, they are assisting goals, they are creative outlet. So it's great. Christensen is also okay in this one, I would say. He's assisting 0.30 per game and having 3 key passes per 90. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. You know what? There is one thing I want to go back to the midfielders and see if we can ask for key passes. Nope. Chances. Yeah, this whole thing could really be better, couldn't it? And that was assisting. Is there anything here that I? No, not really. Ukwu, yeah, he's down there, of course. Goal output. High quality shooting, high assisting. Pasalic, Dos Santos. Milan, yeah, Milan. He's even better than Pasalic here because he's further up in the expected goals and assisting quite fairly as often as well. You want to be as further up here as possible. So he's actually better than Pasalic here because Pasalic is further down in the expected goals per 90. So Milan is also a goal scorer. He's like both things. He's like both assisting and getting the shots on that is enough to get the goals. So he's looking rock solid here. Tran, oh, yeah, low quality shooting, low assist. But he got the expected goals per 90 up there. He needs to he needs to finish them off a little bit more next season, doesn't he? As a main guy in front, he needs to finish. He needs to go over on the other side of this line. That's for sure. Christensen, yeah, not great. Definitely back up. Yeah, he's back up to Pasalic, that's for sure. And Santos is back up to Milan. That's pretty much how I see it right now. Okay. Shooting. Movement. Right. Lots of dribble, loose in possession. Okay. That's fair enough, because they dribble quite a bit, those two. I'm surprised to see that Milan is down here. Fewer dribble. Oh, yeah, he's not dribbling a whole lot, Milan. But he's loose in possession. But, I mean, that's fair, because they're creating so many chances that it's okay to be down here. I don't care about that. Because these guys are also our main creators. Like, Milan was a main creator this season. He's I don't know how many assists did he have? Assist forwards. He has an assist every 0.40 game, right? And he has over 4 key passes. That's why his movement here with possession lost is that high. And the dribbles. Because that's, I mean, it makes sense. But we don't really dribble a whole lot. Lots of dribbles reliable in possession. None of them are up there. But that's why they are, I mean, the way we are kind of playing suggests that we are taking a lot of big risk on these guys. A lot of big risk on Pasalic, Santos, Milan, even Tran and Siska. Also heavy, trying to find those passes to open up their defenders. That is those guys, along with some of the midfielders, but not all of them. The midfielders are more... they are creating chances, but not as many as the inside forwards are, and the striker as well. Scoring forwards, okay. Yeah. Milan. He's looking solid. Very solid. Ukwu is up there, that's pretty good. Because he's actually way further over the other side of the line here. Expected goals per 9. Yeah, he's looking, I mean, everyone in here is looking actually... Siska is in here, wow. That's a surprise. And Tran is in here. So everyone is actually our main strikers, which is Milan, because he is one that is going to get a lot of goals. Ukwu is also a striker. He's just a wide target man striker. And Siska and Tran is getting less goals as the true striker. But these two guys, I'm happy to see that they are getting the goals because we are playing with a white target man on the left-hand side for most of the season. And those two guys are getting really, really quality goals, and a lot of them, right? A lot of goals per 90. It's good to see. Very good. And the other side is not like Christensen here. He's low quality shooting, but whatever. He's not getting into the box area as much because he is on support role on the inside forward. Same with Pasalic, but Pasalic is just a quality player, so he's getting up here even when he's on a support role. Yeah, it's that's good. That's very, very good. The last one, passing forward. Huh. Okay. I'm fairly. I need to see Santos again on the assisting here. Yeah, he has a lot of high creativity here. He's creating quite a bit. He's creating a lot of key passes. So that's why he is that far over in the lots of passes and inaccurate passing, which is fine. So he's also more a creator. He's an inside forward on support rather than a white target man on attack. That's what I see him as well. But he is kind of back up to what's his name? Milan right now. Milan is also up here, which is interesting, but he's also creating a lot of chances for others. He's not only a scoring kind of white target man like Ukwu. Ukwu is only a striking kind of white target man. He's not creating a lot of passes for anyone else. He's very selfish in that way. But yeah, it looks kind of okay. Christensen is also up there. That's nice to see that he can also be in that kind of area. Above the line, right? Above the line. Yeah, they are inaccurate, but I don't care because they are creating chances when they do it. It would be nice to see them over here, but that's not going to happen with the tactic we're playing. Anyone that I'm worried about here? Maybe a little bit about... Again, our striker seems to be... I wouldn't say not working, but he's definitely... Our striker is not as important to our tactic as... I'm actually wondering if we could play without a striker and go for a shadow striker instead. A formational change, right? Play completely out without a striker and just go for a shadow striker. Nah, because here's the thing. What that striker is doing, that advanced forward, what he's doing is creating a lot of space out wide for the white target man and the inside forward. He's pulling them apart, and that's very important to understand that just because it doesn't look like that they're actually doing good, it tactically it still works. I can see that in the games. It's working, right? So yeah, that's the interesting part about it. But maybe the shadow striker would do the same, pull them out. He would pull those central defenders out of positioning and create spaces for the white target man and inside forward. I'm not sure if I want to... I might test that out in the friendlies, but it could be something we could look at, because right now the shadow the advanced forward is very inconsistent, and we could try and bring Tran and Siska down to play as a shadow striker. Both of them can actually do that role, so could be interesting to try that out. Could be something new. Shadow striker instead of an advanced forward. That's at least a possibility to try out in the friendlies, right? So that was basically all of the statistics. 32 minutes. Yeah, and we're not done yet. We have more to talk about, of course. Yeah, but that was all the statistics. Right, so the squad depth. I like this. I like seeing this. It gives me a good idea of what we need and what we definitely don't need, and where we are strong and where we are not strong, and yeah, stuff like that, right? So, looking at this, it looks pretty damn solid. We have Tran, Siska, Bornemann up there. If we're talking about, you know what, let's talk about the transfers as well when we are going through this, because I think I have listed Bornemann on the transfer. Actually, we will go in and check that out in the squad view as well. But I think Bornemann is listed for a transfer, so we could lose him. Right, that's one down. So I'm kind of looking for 3 players in every spot. That's basically what I'm looking for. It's at least 3 guys. So we do have Peter Juritka coming back from his loan deal. Is he good enough? Well, it depends, and it also depends if we're gonna play with an advanced forward next year, because Tran and Siska has been okay. I would like we saw in the statistics, they have been okay. But maybe we could do something with the formation and play a shadow striker. I don't know. It could be something to look at. And in that case, we can see here Tran can definitely go down and play that. No problem. Easy peasy. he's pretty... I mean, his concentration levels is the only thing here that is a little bit of a concern. Siska, same deal. He can go down there and play a Shadow Striker, no problem. And it could be better, I don't know, but it could be better. Yuritka, could he go down there? I mean, yes, but definitely third choice, right? Well, that is something I can look at, but otherwise, I don't really look for new strikers, not really. So that is pretty much rock solid. I mean, it's at least it's good enough for me. So let's take a look at the left side. We got Milan. I mean, he looks very, very good, doesn't he? Actually, he doesn't look that good. He's the kind of player where you're looking at his attributes and you're thinking, he doesn't look that great. And then you look at his statistics and his, contributions and all of that, and you're thinking, wow, sir. So he's just performing well above what his attributes is suggesting he should be capable of. So make of that what you want. Now, one other thing I want to say about this guy, it seems like being 2 feet, having really strong 2 feet here, that's very, very good. It's very, very good. And being very tall is also very, very good. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? We got Ukwu over there. He's probably here next season as well. He's our captain. I don't see... I mean, we could sell him, but I don't see him going. We got Santos. He's definitely not going to go anywhere unless someone is coming in for an absolutely crazy bid. So he's like third choice after Ukwu and Milan. But he's also more an inside forward, so I'm not playing him as often because I don't use an inside forward over here as often. But he can definitely develop a bit still, be a lot better. I mean, his numbers suggest that he's going to be a good player, right? But I don't know about his hidden abilities. I don't remember what kind of player is he. He's ambitious. He should be fine. He doesn't really have anything here where I'm thinking, oh, that's not gonna be good. He's fairly okay. He's fairly okay. He should be a good player in the long term. We also got Hanslik. He's one of our youngsters from the academy, and yeah, he's a promising little player. He's more a winger. So again, another type. We actually got 3 different types over here. We got those 2 white target men, and then we got inside forward, and then we also have a winger. So we actually got quite a lot of different, build-ins that we can do over here. The other side is Pasalic, Milan, and Christensen. Now, Milan can also play over here, easily go over and play here if we need to. But it would probably be preferable if we had another player up here. I have tried out Benavides, but as you can see, not great average ratings, and it seems to be the case for most of these guys. None of them are really capable of playing really well over here when we do it, like Siska, Bornemann. So maybe we could do with a youngster coming in, maybe someone from the academy to fill a hole here. I don't have anyone right now that I'm thinking should be filling this hole. So that's where we could have another guy coming in. But I don't really think so. I think I'm okay with what it looks like because Christensen and Pasalic will get enough playtime to cover it. But if we do get another injury on Pasalic or Christensen, then it would be nice to have an extra guy instead of Milan. But none of these guys are going to be listed for transfer, so that's pretty much the entire front line here. None of them are really transfer listed. We could lose one, but we'll see. Now here in the midfield, we got a lot of players, man. We got so many players here. It's absolutely disgusting. We got Benavides, we got Templeman, who is actually transfer listed. He wants 11.5k in wages for a new contract. Not gonna happen. I'm transfer listing him. He's 28. Cash in on this guy. Get a few millions, hopefully. Or otherwise, play another year and then be... I don't know. Hopefully not a free transfer, but yeah, so that's a problem. Templeman is a problem right now in terms of, contract negotiations. Bernard and Bernard Davies, absolutely fantastic midfielders. Those 2 guys are our 2 central midfielder attackers, right? And then we have Victor Hans, we got Strabik, we got Breitenberger. Those are the 3 that are usually playing as a deep line playmaker. I'm worried about Breitenberger. I need to check him out, but Strabik and Hans. Strabik has been out with a lot of injuries this season. He has only played 4 or 5 games or something like that. 7 actually in total. But he should be fine. He should be fine next season, hopefully. And Victor Hans has been very, very good this season. 19-year-old, absolutely fantastic player. So those are the two deep line playmakers. And then we have two guys from the youth academy, Holtman and Kosera, who could be back up to the deep line playmaker roles. Both of them are more deep line playmakers than they are central midfielders. Actually, this guy's not too bad as a central midfielder attack. So we do have a lot of options here. But the only one right now being listed is Templeman. Over here, same deal. We got a couple of the same guys over here because it depends on what side they're playing on. So it's basically the same players. They just need a left foot to play over here. That's basically it, right? So and with the system we have, we are playing the central midfielder on attack on the left-hand side. That would be Benavides and Bernard over here for the most part. But of course, some of the other guys can also come over here and play here if we really need it. Like Peter Harasim, who I haven't signed a new contract with him yet because he wanted too much in wages to begin with. He is a youth academy player, so I want to sign a new contract with him. So we will see if that's going to happen. He's also got the resolute personality, so I really like him. Don't really want to lose him. 28 is his expiry date, so I might try and sign a new contract for him, and he could be a pretty good third option on the left-hand side. So that's... you know what, maybe not. Maybe I'll rather use Holtman. But we'll see. But in any case, no matter what happens here, we're solid in the midfield, in the central midfield, that's for sure. In the defensive midfield, it's an interesting one. We of course got Aikidi, we got Lesic. Aikidi is not transfer listed, but I could cash in on him. Lesic is transfer listed. I would like to cash in on this guy. He wants a really big contract, like 8,000 or something like that. And he's not very happy with his playtime either, so we might cash in on this guy. He is transfer listed, like I mentioned. We do have another one coming in. We bought him last summer. He went out on loan to the same club again to get some good playtime and develop even further, which he did. He's actually became a better player playing back in Slovakia. So I'm pretty happy with that. He's coming in as a halfback next season. He's probably my first choice, to be honest. He looks pretty solid. Played 7.0 or something like that in average ratings. So that's pretty solid. But we could, if Lesic is gonna go, we could do with another player here. Michael Bess, I hope I can get rid of him this summer because his contract is also running out next season and he is 30 now. So he's another player that I would like to sell this season, but we'll see if that is gonna be it or if he's also someone that is just gonna leave for almost free. Could happen. That could happen. We'll see, but he is transfer listed as well. So 2 players here transfer listed. So we only have really 2 players there. So we could have another one coming in. Do we have anyone in the backup? Not really. No, not really. We don't really have anyone down further. I mean, I could go down to 1 star here, but no. And I have all of these, so I could see if I had anything in the youth academy ready to come up. But not really. Not the defensive midfield. So definitely an area that is depending on what happens in the transfer market. Left-hand side of our back line, the wing back. This is usually played as a wing back. Wait. Yes, this is usually played as a wingback because we are usually forcing down the right-hand side over to Pasalic and over to whoever is playing on that side, right? We got Andrade and Bruckner over here, which is not a whole lot of backup. This is an area we need to improve on because Andrade is also sometimes playing in the central defense. And if he is going to do that more and more, well, I don't know. Actually, can we see how much he has played well over here? Andrade 7.07, so he can definitely go in and play here. Easily slot into the... yeah. And he might be better in there, I'm not sure. I like him over here. He is my first choice right now, and he will probably continue being that. But this is definitely an area where we can go out and find a new signing for it, like a backup to Andrade. Definitely. Hopefully a youngster. Do we have anyone? That's the question. Do we have anyone? Seaman can play over there, but he is like an inverted wingback then. How? Yeah, it's like I'm only gonna put any guy in here who is their preferred choice, right? I don't want to put Seaman in here because that is not his preferred choice, right? I'll rather use him on the other side. I could easily play him as an inverted wingback over here, but I don't want to play with an inverted wingback over there. So that's what I kind of need an extra player here. That's probably where I will need a new player. In here, yeah, that's also something of a discussion, I would say, with myself, because we got Hausdag and we got Hurak. None of them are transfer listed, and I don't plan on selling any of them if I could avoid it. I think Urak might become better than Halvorstad, actually. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. But they're about... I mean, you can see the average ratings here. They're about as good as they get, right? And we do have good backup here in terms of Sigovic could go and play there. We have Andrade who could come in and play there. We have Sulek who can go down and play there because he is left-footed, Sulek. Yes, he is. So he could go down and play there. The rest, not so much. So we do actually have a good amount of backup for these two guys if one of them is going to break. So I'm not too concerned about that area, to be honest. I'm actually more concerned about the right-hand side. So the best player right now is Sikovic. And honestly, I think we can improve on him. We also have Forstmeyer. He would probably be my preferred third choice. And the other two guys, likely gonna try and sell them. I don't think they're good enough. I honestly don't think they're good enough for the team. Both Derek and Gulstorff, they haven't developed as much as we could hope. And if we can cash in on them, I would do so. They do have a contract, Derek got a contract running out. Gulstorff is until 2029. If someone is coming in for him, I'm selling him. Otherwise, maybe loaning him out again. Yeah, so that is a bit, that's another place where we could also improve. Getting someone better than Sigovic could be ideal for us. A better central defender on the right-hand side. On the right-hand side, as a fullback, this is mostly where we are playing a fullback, right? So, I think I'm pretty happy with Enrique. He's also gonna become, he's right now the vice-captain, and he's likely gonna become a captain at some stage. He's playing most of the games, as you can see, 33 apps, 7.17, which is pretty good for a fullback. I'm pretty happy with how he performs, and he's not the best player, but he's definitely not the worst either. We got Bruckner as the first choice option over there, otherwise, and Seaman, who is also a youngster, and someone from our youth academy, our own intake even. So I'm also fairly happy with him being the backup to the backup, basically. So I don't really see any of those three guys going, and I'm pretty happy with that combination. Raoult, probably gonna sell him this season. He is on transfer listed, so yeah, he's probably gonna go. And we do we have anyone else? No. Templeman could play down here. He's been playing down here a couple of times, as you can see. 9 apps, 7.73. That's actually really good. And that's something to think about when we go out and sign a new player. If we ever sign a new player for this, which we probably are, for the fullback area in the future, probably not this transfer window, getting someone who is way, way, way better on the ball and not as much for the crossing and stuff. Someone really solid when it comes to ball carrying and creating chances in that fullback area, because often this fullback will not go up and cross it too often. He can also do that, but very often he's gonna sit in that midfield and help out the midfielders building up the play, because we are forcing it down that right-hand side, right? So that fullback will very, very often be a very big part of how we build up our main play. So having someone like Templeman in there would be probably preferable to Enrique, Bruckner, or even Seaman, who is more a fullback. I would probably prefer a midfielder down there in the future, but right now I'm pretty happy with that anyway. So that's about it for the first 10 at least. Now we got, of course, the goalkeepers. We got Haug, gonna keep him for sure. Mikulic, well, I would say it depends on him. If you want to stay as a cup keeper, he can stay on 1,500 wages. He's a very solid cup keeper to have, right? I'm fairly happy with that. That's not really anything. Marinkovic is getting sold. I think he might already be... I don't remember if he already is sold or he is getting sold at the moment, but he's definitely transfer listed, so he might be going out. So that's the squad depth, and also the main two areas, probably the central defense and the wingback over here. That is probably where I am gonna go out and find new players, but I don't expect to see a whole lot of action when it comes to bringing in new players unless we're selling more players as well. So probably 2 signings for those 2 spots, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with the squad as it is. So, but we do have a lot of signings, right? we do have a lot of signings. These are all coming in. These are all coming in, and all of them are going in for the under-19s. Everyone except from this guy. He's going into the B squad because he's too old. But otherwise, this is just signings for the youth academy. To develop, so no excitement here. Maybe it is excitement for you guys, but yeah, that's about it. So I think that's pretty much it for this episode. It was a long one, I'm sorry, but it wasn't that long. But it is just me sitting here talking about the future, right? And the statistics and stuff like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode where we are gonna see the end of the preseason stuff and see how we did in the transfers, and maybe I did something in the tactic and all that kind of jazz. Anyway, see you around, folks.